It's certainly been a difficult week for many following the mass shooting at MSU.
So what can you do to find help for yourself and loved ones? We're joined now live by Sarah Lewakowski, Executive Director at Mosaic Counseling. Sarah, good morning to you. How can organizations like Mosaic help those who are struggling to make sense of the events like we saw this week?
So Mosaic Counseling immediately on Tuesday morning, what we did was we sent an email out to all of our therapists. We have 170 of them throughout Ottawa County and Kent County and some in Muskegon. And we just asked who can be available, because we knew that there would be Michigan State students coming home, and they'd be home for the rest of the week. We weren't sure how long, and could they get somebody in immediately if they just needed that one session to talk to a professional. And I was amazed at how quickly we had nearly 50 of them say that yes, they were there ready if an MSU student needed to speak to them.
Sarah,
So that was wonderful to have that.
Absolutely. So great to hear that response right away. These resources so important at times like this. And the more difficult conversations sometimes can come from parents just trying to discuss these sort of tragic events with their children, young children particularly. What advice do you have for those parents?
So parents of young children, they may not even know, depending on how old they are. They may hear things then at school. For them, just to let them know that the adults in their life are keeping them safe, and so they don't have a lot of fear. For older children, to listen to them, listen and take that time to really hear what they're thinking, their fears, making sure that they have that person to talk to. If ever they would say, I would like to talk to a counselor, they are available, they are out there. And then for our older teenagers, our college students, to absolutely to listen to them, especially the students who are at MSU. They have lots of resources at the college. I always really like to give out the crisis text line, which is 741-741, and that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it might be the middle of the night and you just need someone to talk to, and you can just text that number and someone is going to be there to answer. Our parents are going through a lot right now. I mean, there's so many emotions wrapped up in this, so many different ones, and for our students too. So, knowing that there are resources out there if they just need to talk to someone one time, or again, if they would like continued counseling. We are certainly here at Mosaic, and there are other agencies as well. Calling 211 is a good way also to get a list of mental health places in your area that can also help. But parents talking to your college age kids, to your teenagers, making sure that they're still around family, they're around friends, giving them the opportunity to talk, to listen to them, to make sure they're still eating well and sleeping as well as they can.
All right, perfect.
Great advice.
Yeah, Sarah, so great to see you this morning. Wish it was under different circumstances, but thank you for your insight.